and we're talking cricket right now. Nigeria's female Yellow Greens, they earned their second win at the 2025 Kwibuka Women's T20 International Tournament with a dominant 104-run victory over Cameroon on Saturday in Rwanda. Now, they batted first as Nigeria scored 140 over 4 in 20 overs, powered by Salome Sunday's unbeaten 53 of 36 balls. Cameroon faltered in response. They managed just 36 over 6 in 9 overs. Kehinde Amusa, she starred with the ball, taking 2-4, while Liliane and Rukayat Abdulrasaq also took a wicket each. The win leads Nigeria to 5th on the table with 4 points, narrowly outside the semi-final places, with a net run rate of minus 0.160 after 5 matches. Remember, Nigeria lost to Zimbabwe, Brazil, and the host nation, Rwanda. Now, to join myself and Bimidekbo in this conversation will be a correspondent from Punch newspapers, a senior correspondent, I beg your pardon, and he's Abiodun Adewale. Thank you so much, Abiodun, for joining us on the show today.
Thank you very much, Liliane, for having me.
It's great to have you. We're joined with Bimidekbo Popola, but I would stick with you, Abiodun. At this time, when the girls, yes, they began with something beautiful, but at the later end, they began to struggled against Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe has always been our nemesis when it comes to cricket because they will always come at tops. I'm waiting for the day the girls would defeat Zimbabwe, but they fell to Brazil, fell to the host nation, who have been on a good run in this competition. But how would you assess Nigeria's overall performance so far in the tournament? Do you think they're still lagging, or there's a resurgence waiting somewhere?
I wouldn't even call it either. I would only say their performance has been fair, so to say, for a team that has played any tournament this year. Remember in January when we were all waxing lyrical about Nigerian cricket, the women's under-19 team, and just a chunk of them are in this team actually, but most of them have not played together as the senior women's national team since January up until now. They were coming off a very good run from the National Sports Festival, where Edo State dominated, and one of the key players who is supposed to be at these tournaments is writing exams. That's Lucky Piety, captain the under-19 team. She wasn't able to make this tournament because she's writing exams in school. I can only imagine how instrumental she would have been, especially in those games against Rwanda and maybe even Brazil. And like you said, Zimbabwe will always be the nemesis. They are a test nation, and we are not a test nation. So the level of cricket between us is still by far. And to even bust people's bubble further, the Zimbabwe team will play in this tournament are called Zimbabwe Emerging Team. They are not the Zimbabwe team. So that's the gulf in class that is between us. So for me, for a team that has not played from January till now, who are only playing their first tournament of the year, it's fair enough. And they are still within what you call their level as far as African cricket is concerned. The teams that have beaten us at this tournament are perhaps the teams that will beat us on the good day. We've been beating Rwanda recently. Lagos, even Kwibuka, we've also beaten them before at the Kwibuka. But they have this grind as host nation. They always tops and all of that.
Yes, indeed, Abiodun.
Yeah.
All right.
We are still grinding, and like you said, we are still within the semi-final spot, which should be the target at the moment.
All right, but we have been losing games against Brazil, against Rwanda by runs. I remember against Rwanda was 40 runs, against Brazil was up to 56 or 52 runs, if I'm not mistaken. But something worked in this game against Cameroon. What really worked, and what stood out about the team's strategy against Cameroon that made them get the second win?
Yeah, it was the batting. You just have to get that right. It's the basic of the game of cricket. When you win toss and you go to bat first, definitely have to put everything in it. Former captain of the Nigerian team, Blessing Etim, once told me that they are a fielding team, and that's why most times they will hope to field even when toss. Their opponents are usually afraid of that too. But at the moment, like you said, something is working, and it seems that they are getting their batting very, very well.
Okay.
Sunday Salome, who got over 50 runs in this game against Cameroon, I used to tell her anytime I see her in Lagos that she is a feisty batter, and I love to see her within the. That was just what she showed yesterday. Beyond batting too, you just have to do it right with the ball. That's what someone like Kehinde Amusa also showed during the bully. Cameroon are no match for us on the good day. But when you want to be like that, you just have to beat them very well so that they don't want to come back again. And they didn't even give them any chance to come near them. Stretching the number of runs to just over 100.
Okay, I'm sorry to butt in there just for time's sake. Quickly, Abiodun, before I let you go, how big is today's game? They have Sierra Leone to face up with. What are the stakes for the Nigerian girls?
Should be easy. Cricket is basic. They say it's cracker, it's like biscuit, and if it's any biscuit, it's cracker. It can come on either side. But like the game against Cameroon, this one should come for us, and it should be the game that should put us back in contention. I mean, put us back into the top 4. Because after this game, we should be on 6 points, and that should be good enough for us to be between number 3 and number 4. So if we continue that stride, we will play every other team. There are 9 teams in this tournament. That means we have just about 2. Today will be game number 6.
Yes.
So we have 2 more games to go. We'll just consolidate it and see how well we are able to stand for 1 and number 4. In the semi-finals, we'll still come against some of these teams that are so we'll be ready to go again. And the ultimate goal from this tournament is to prepare for the World Cup qualifiers, which is coming up in 2 months' time.
All right, I'll be hoping that this is a good preparation for the Yellow Greens, from the Yellow Greens going into the World Cup qualifiers. Thank you so much, Abiodun, for joining us on the show today, and we do appreciate your thoughts. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday to you as well.